In the world of fishing, there is perhaps nothing more special than sharing a day on the water with those you hold near and dear to your heart. Maybe this special feeling is born of a desire to pass the torch of angling knowledge down to the next generation. Or maybe it's just the sheer joy of watching your own son cast to the sweet spot, do battle with a feisty fish, and come out victorious on the other end. Regardless of the reason, it can't be denied that a day of fast action fishing spent with family members is truly a great way to create precious memories. Each year when school lets out for the summer, my family heads to a peaceful destination in mid-coast Maine that we call camp. A cabin built by my grandfather and updated by my family has long served as a destination for relaxing and celebrating. And yep, a little fishing too. On this particular day of angling, we are headed to a nearby pond known to have tons of quality largemouth bass, as well as droves of yellow perch, bluegill, and pie plate sunfish. This is the kind of warm water fishery many folks dream of. Little to no pressure, idyllic wooded surroundings, and ample hungry fish ready to chase multiple presentations. Come along with 3 generations of my family as we engage in that most timeless of pursuits, creating beautiful memories with loved ones in the great outdoors. Hi, I'm Mike McFarland, and welcome to the Colorado Wickedfisha. Today's program is about 2 things: spending family time in the great outdoors and landing big bass and panfish. We will be enjoying a summer getaway to the beautiful Maine woods and fishing at a small pond that has a reputation for producing both numbers of fish as well as impressive sizes. Accompanying me on this fast action day of fishing will be my father, Bill McFarland, who still resides in the state of Maine, and we will be bringing along one of the youngest anglers in my family, my 7-year-old son, Mason. Enjoying perfect June weather and productive fishing conditions, my family will be hitting an unpressured body of water to create some amazing memories together. Come along as we hammer some hog largemouth bass and feisty panfish in this exciting episode focused on sharing good times with loved ones in the beauty of the Maine woods. I'm sure excited to see what happens on the program. I hope you guys are too. Let's get wicked. Hopefully we're going to put a beat down on some of these largemouth bass. So this is a pretty special place and we're hoping for some special results. Here's the crew. Mason, you ready? Yeah, Grampy?
We're ready.
So we have fished at this lake before, and one of the keys is finding vegetation. Where you find these mats of vegetation, like what's coming up, is generally where we're going to find those largemouth kind of nestled in.
Fish on.
Okay, we've been fishing about 5 minutes and Mason's got a fish on. How's he feel, buddy?
Good.
Nice. Okay, hold on. Don't pull him out of the water. We'll net him. Looking good. Let's bring him on in. Yeah, first bass of the day. How you feeling, buddy?
Good.
All right, bud. Way to start us off on a nice largemouth bass. Dad just popped one here on the top water. Pretty decent looking bass. Nice, right out of the thick cover too. Good work, Daddy-o. Here we go. All right, Daddy-o, top water?
Number 2 on top water. Well, number 1 on top water, but number 2 bass.
Nice.
And they're getting a little bigger.
It's always nice to get the top water day underway, and that jitterbug's working for you. That's good.
Sure did that time.
All right.
Fish on.
All right. We got a bass out of the weeds here. We got some good strong braided line, and this is where braided line really shines, guys, is the ability to cut through weeds. Yeah, here he comes. Not bad. This isn't going to be a bad bass. Not a bad start to my day. Pretty decent little chunky bass. I was fishing the heavy cover with some 20-pound braided line, which really allows you to throw it in there deep, and you can pretty much wrangle them right out because braided line cuts through vegetation pretty handily. So yeah, this is a good start to my bassing day, and we're hoping to get into some more here in central Maine, doing some bassing with my family. All right, guys, Daddy-o's hooked up here on a fish that savage attack on the top water. It looks like a good one. There goes.
Thinks it's a good one.
Yep, the loon is congratulating you on that hookup. Oh, it is a good one. It's a good one. Yeah.
Nice.
Nice. Daddy-o. All right, Daddy-o, nice largemouth. That's a good fish, and on the top water, yeah?
Yes, it was.
What are you throwing?
Enjoy that. Jitterbug, the old black jitterbugs. Pretty faithful.
Tried and true. All right, let's see him back.
Oh, another hog. Oh, good hog this time, I think. Michael?
That was a nice topwater take.
Oh my God, you got it too, didn't you?
Oh yeah. Camera was rolling. Oh, look at him take to the air. Acrobatic.
I think, Mike, all we got to do is get a little closer in. I think the old jittybug is going to work.
Wow, this is a nice one.
The top water.
Top water is firing off. Best fish of the day right there, Daddy-o, huh?
It certainly is.
Wow.
It's a beauty. He hit that jitterbug pretty fierce.
Yeah, this is nice, guys. It's calm enough that, you know, my dad here is throwing topwater baits and he's having some luck. And it's already maybe 8 o'clock in the morning, maybe a little later, and we're having luck right away.
That's a good fishing pond for the bass, the largemouths especially.
Yeah, when you're catching fish like that, it's a good time. Well, guys, we were working some of the cover that's tight to shore, and we caught some fish, and oh, it looks like Mason might have a fish on here. Yeah. Wow, he sure does. Yeah, buddy. As we were moving spots, you picked one up, huh? How's he feel? Big, huh? Why don't you stand right up and you'll be able to fight him a little better. Yeah. Just keep that line nice and tight. I'll be ready with the net when the time comes. Oh. Nice, Mace. Good job, buddy, on the green Senko worm. Classic bass presentation. Good job, buddy. Wow. Nice job, bud. Good fight. Wow, buddy. That's an impressive bass. I'm stoked for you. Dragging that Senko worm paid off. Mm-hmm. Nice chunk Central Maine bass. Hey, Mace, you got a fish on?
Mm-hmm.
How's it feel, buddy? He's fighting pretty good, I can tell you that, big man. I'll get the net ready now. He's gonna get in the weeds a little.
Okay.
That's okay. We're gonna fight him right out of those weeds. You're dragging our boat right over towards the weeds.
Good one, mate.
It is a good one, buddy. Keep going, you're doing just fine. He's tangled up, but we're gonna get him. Okay, now pick the rod up a little bit higher. Yeah. Well, buddy, you must be excited. That was quite a fight.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, did he get in the weeds on you?
Yep.
So what'd you do to get him out?
Pulled him out.
That's
or
right.
Lift him up.
You lift that rod tip and just keep pulling him out, and with that good braided line, you were able to battle him really nicely.
Mm-hmm.
Hoist him up one more time, buddy. Let's see him. Yeah, Mr. Largemouth Bass. That's my boy Mason right there. Well, folks, as so often happens in fishing, you know, we're not really finding what I would call a definitive pattern. You know, we've had some on top water. My dad had a few early on the top water. My son's had now a couple of fish on soft plastic, subsurface, fished pretty slow and deep. But no real definitive pattern is working itself out. So we're gonna kick up the motor here and transport to a different part of the lake. Probably fish a little tighter to the bank for a little bit. A combination of lily pad, weed cover, mixed with some structure close to the bank, and hopefully that's going to produce a few more bites here coming up.
I got a good one here, Michael. We ripped that right off the bottom.
Nice. We fishing another soft plastic?
Yes, yes. Not
So-
the green, but the brownish.
Okay.
Brownish.
Yeah.
Maybe got a foul hook. I'm not sure.
Oh, he engulfed
swallowed
it. Wow.
He
All right.
engulfed it.
Nice.
Another nice one.
Yep, that's cool because you got him, you know, on the soft plastic in the lily pads.
Right off the bottom.
I think the cool thing too, Dad, is that, you know, we know they're in here and it's just a matter of finessing them in. You did a good job fishing it slow and patient. Okay, buddy. You casted for some bluegill. What do we got? Looks like you might have a nice sunfish here. Oh, Grampy's got one too. We're doubled up. We're doubled up on panfish. Bring him into the boat, Mace. Swing him in. Don't dangle him in the water. Swing him on in. Nice, and we'll get Grampy's in. Let's watch Grampy hoist his up.
Nice double.
Yeah.
Nice fish.
Nice, guys. We got grandfather and grandson here doubled up on some
Yes,
big fat panfish. Look at these slabs.
Nice job, Mace. Huh? Happy loves ya. Good fisherman, too.
Yeah, those are some big ones. Nice job on the slabs, guys. Let's watch them go back together here.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah. Okay,
There
Mason,
goes.
set it,
There's
buddy.
now. Oh, wow.
Yeah, Mace.
Wow, that's a good one.
That is a good one.
That is a good one right there, Mace.
Nice when you put that bait right on top of the bed like that, and they're just savagely attacking it, big guy.
That may be the biggest one yet.
Woo! This is a big one, Mace. I'm going to grab the net real quick. Wow. Nice job, big man. Mace, that's one of your biggest fish of the day. Look at the size of this thing. Wow. So, you know, we were bass fishing for quite a while, and oh, right when I said that, Grampy's hooked up on another bluegill. Yeah, we were bass fishing for quite a while, and we just kept seeing so many of these big panfish that we decided, hey, let's target these for a little while. We actually have live worms with us, and we are just smashing them left and right. It's been a lot of fun. We'll probably turn back to some of that bass fishing, but doing this, you know, just for a little while to kind of, especially to re-engage the youngster here, keep him catching fish is always a great plan. And it's going really well. Oh, the hook set by Mason. Oh, look at this, team. Wow.
Another double, Mace. Huh? You and Grandpa, we're a team.
You guys are pounding the panfish, and this is fun.
We are a team.
Wow, and they're nice. These are big, healthy slabs. I mean, by any standard across the country, these would be great pans.
Yeah.
Awesome.
They love a worm.
So Mason just casted a worm and bobber, and we can see the bobber's getting a little movement here, so we're going to have him set the hook and see what we got here. What do you got, buddy?
Oh, we got him.
Fish on.
Little panfish.
It is.
Little panfish.
All right, buddy. Hoist him up.
Ugh.
Oh, he got it good. Holy mackerel. Nice, Mace. Catching these sunfish is fun, huh?
Mm-hmm.
And they're big. They're kind of slabs.
Yep.
So that's always good. All right, let's see him back in, pal.
Here he goes.
Go for it. Oh, you had a take?
Oh! Yeah, I had a take.
You got him. Wow. Well, that was some good action, huh?
That was on the drop.
Yep, you cast it and it wasn't in the water but a second. Another one slammed it.
Nice fish. Love those.
Look at that thing. Wow. Wow, this is going to be one of the best of the day. Oh my goodness.
Size of that little thing.
Oh,
That's huge.
that might be the biggest one of those we've had today.
It's a nice one.
Yeah, it
Piece
is.
of tail missing here.
Oh yeah, a little predator bite. Maybe
Yes,
a bird or a big
something.
fish.
Chased him, but he managed to get away.
Well, our most successful fisherman today here, Mason, he decided he was getting pretty hot. It is about 85, 86 degrees, some humidity, no wind. And so, yeah, it's been kind of a sweltering day, and this young man wants to cool off now. Get in there, buddy.
Great jump, mate.
Does that feel good or what?
Yeah.
Yeah, buddy. Oh, he looks nice. Oh, and he slammed a hard bait. Oh, he's got a real perch in his face.
Oh, he lost it.
Wow.
It came out.
Did you see the real
Yes,
fish in
I
his
did.
mouth?
I did. The real perch came out right there. First yellow perch pattern lure fish for the day had another perch in his mouth. So I assume the live one was chasing my minnow and he grabbed him and then grabbed my bait also. I think he's a pretty good one.
Nice.
Got a little fight in him. Drag's working.
What were you pitching this time?
Same thing, my
That perch pattern spoon?
M&J's perch pattern spoon, yes. And they just seem to like that because this is full of perch here, yellow perch.
Hey, you're giving him what they normally feed on.
Yeah,
He's dogging right down on you. He can't be too bad.
he's a decent one. He's decent. Oh, here he comes. Ooh, yeah.
Nice
Oh,
fatty.
yeah, probably a...
Nice.
Gear check.
Well, folks, let's just go ahead and take a quick look at some of the baits that worked really well when fishing for bass and panfish in Maine. Anytime that we were fishing vegetation, such as lily pads, we like to throw soft plastics. Generally, we rig them weedless, and it's really good at throwing around in the lily pad corners and up against the weed lines. Here you see a creature bait This was a popular choice on our day of angling. We also used a curly tail black power worm like the one you see here. In the actual episode, the one that we used was much larger than this, about an 8-inch presentation. And then here we have a tried and true classic, the green Senko worm, and I've already rigged this one weedless on a wide gap hook, so you can see what that looks like. And then you may have noticed that my father was really successful fishing the topwater with a classic wake bait, much like this black jitterbug that you see here. And then finally, we did pick up a few nice bass on a horizontal presentation in the form of a perch pattern spoon like the one here.
Well, we've had some fun fishing in shallow. We decided to target panfish for a little while. There's lots of them in about 4 feet of water and less. Pretty crowded along the bank. Pretty fun, pretty easy to catch, pretty fast action for my son. But now we're gonna do the wind's popped up, and we're gonna do a little bit of drift fishing, meaning almost like trolling. We're gonna let the wind just push our boat, and I'm gonna leave a soft plastic out behind the boat, as well as casting a lure kind of laterally in the direction that we're getting pushed by this wind. So here we go. All right, that's not a bad one here, guys. Pretty good bass. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, he's a good one. Chunky one. Yeah, big mouth.
Yeah.
That's a big mouth.
That's my best one of the day. Yeah, that's a pretty darn good fish right there. The best largemouth of the day. He took an 8-inch soft plastic black little curly tail grub worm. Just thrilled with that catch. That's a real nice one. All right, guys, a good fish here. It's getting a little windy out here. We were drifting along through a weed patch, and I connected on what's looking like a really fine bass. He is not hooked well. Wow! Oh yeah! Wow! Woo! Look at this thing, guys.
Yeah, nice.
What a giant! Just a huge Maine largemouth bass, and we're always hoping for fish like this. It's nice when you actually connect on one. Pretty excited about it. Wow, Mace, you hooked into this one right at the boat?
Yeah, he threw out, but
Nice, buddy.
right into it.
What is this? Is this a creature bait you had?
Yep.
Soft plastic. A little windy out here. And maybe the chop is helping us. Wow, Mason. Wow, Mason, that is a big largemouth bass, buddy. Hoist him up a little bit. Yeah. You got to be proud catching fish like that, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man, I'm stoked. All right, we'll see him back in. So guys, as the wind is picked up, rather than trying to fight it and get the perfect drift and everything, we're really trying to work with it. And what I mean by that is, wind will push nutrients and smaller bait fish, along with it. And if you can get to that corner where they're all being pushed into, if it's the right type of ecosystem and environment in that area, you're going to have predator fish stacking up. And that's what we're seeing. We got to this corner. It's basically a lily pad corner full of lily pad mats, but the wind is sweeping the whole lake in this direction. And so it's definitely stacking up the prey fish over here. And it's obvious because we got over here and we've caught 3 nice largemouth basically in the last 10 minutes. So it's working. I don't know if I'd call it a pattern, but it's successful for the time being. We're gonna keep it up. Mace, you wanna net it?
Oh, sure.
Okay, here you go, buddy. It's a good one. Oh, Grampy's got a mountain of weeds with it.
Yeah, he went right into it. on that name for me. All right, good job.
Yeah, teamwork, nice
Whoa.
job.
Right out through his lip.
Yeah, they're really liking that big, like 8-inch power tail worm.
Yeah.
It's working well, and I mean, we're catching fish on these things. It's great.
Oh yeah, right off the weed line I was just talking about. More success. Yeah.
Not bad, he's chunky. This is Grampy McFarland, and I got one of my favorite grandsons. Oh, he's filming Grampy bringing in a pretty good size largemouth bass. He just broke water behind the boat, and we're getting him in here in a second.
Nice little double header for father-son here. Maine bassing is going well, and we are having a blast. And obviously thanks to my dad here for letting us use his boat and getting access to the spot. And then thanks to my young son here who's running the camera at the moment, capturing the action. This is just awesome, so much fun.
A young Colorado Wickedfisha.
Yeah. All right, casting to the isolated lily pads. This is a big bass. This is a big fat Maine bass here, team. All right, big bass coming up here. This is a big one. Oh my gosh. Oh, right into the net. Wow. Yeah. Here we go, guys. Just still plugging away on the big largemouth bass. Another big fatty. Life is good catching fish of this quality. Yeah. Oh, this isn't a bad bass, guys.
That's a jump in the boat.
Woo! Okay, quick little net job on this big old heifer.
Oh yeah.
Woo! Big largemouth bass, feisty, ready to hit lots of presentations. Today started slow, but the wind came up. We found a corner pocket where they were kind of stacking, and sure enough, voila! Well, folks, thanks for joining us today on the Colorado Wickedfisha. I'm so happy you could come along on a fishing trip. That always means a lot to me. Being able to come back to Maine, where I grew up, and fish with my own son and my father on a great day of bass angling is just, it's an incredible experience, and I feel very blessed that we can have that. So, Mason, what did you think about the fishing?
Really good.
Yeah, bud. And you did a great job, man. You were fighting them well and just fishing like a pro. And Grampy, what do you think about this place?
Well, he should feel really good. He caught the most fish and almost the biggest. We had a great time. We caught 4 species of fish here today, and this is one fine little pond to go out for morning and afternoon and enjoy yourself with your family.
Especially with the family, guys. Hey, Mason right here, buddy. Grampy right here. All right, folks, thanks for joining us on the Colorado Wickedfisha. We'll see you next time.